Okay, so first I'm gonna go in and prime my face. I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Y'all are probably tired of hearing about it because low-key I am. But I have this like little mini sample that came when I ordered some makeup. So I'm just gonna use it up. I don't really know. I don't really have any thoughts or opinions on it. I probably use way too much, honestly. But I don't feel like it's like a super game changer to me, honestly. Does that make me a hater? I don't know. But honestly, it feels like I'm putting like, you know, that clear like Elmer's glue. It honestly looks like the Elmer's glue with that little green tint to it. That's what it feels like on my face as well. But I guess that's good for, you know, the tackiness. You guys see? I switched my nose ring. It's a hoop now. I haven't worn my hoop in literally months. Okay. I mean, it's pretty tacky. It's kind of, do you see that? Okay. I'm gonna use, look what she finally got. Okay, I'm finally in the game. I got the Dior Forever. This is the 24-hour. It's a very long name. I'm not gonna say it, but it's the matte one, and I have the shade 4WO. Let's see. I think I'm gonna take it on the back of my hand, so I'm gonna do about 2. Let's do 2. So I'm gonna take 2 pumps of that, dip it on my sponge, and do like it. I found this new thing. Well, I didn't find it, nor did I discover it. But I feel like my my foundation, yeah, it just looks, I mean, not my foundation, but like around my eyebrows, every time I look close up, it looks you know, like not right. It looks more like my skin instead of like the foundation. So I'm gonna take like a little brush and use that foundation and kind of outline around my brows first, because I've been noticing there's kind of like a gap between my skin and the foundation right there in this area. So just so it looks more seamless, I'm just gonna make sure that I really blend it in by my eyebrows first. Yeah, y'all, I don't know how I really feel about that milk primer. I think I'm gonna just stick to my bougie Tatcha because it just glides on easier. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not really digging it, but I'm gonna use it up, maybe, I guess. It's not that much left in there, but I don't know, it doesn't do it for me, I guess. This foundation, though, is still doing it for me, however. Okay, so now that the foundation is blended, now I want to cream contour. I'm going to use this Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Mocha. And I want to put it on a brush because I feel like when you dot it on your face, the lines are just like too harsh. So, or I guess I can use my sponge. So I'm just gonna scoop some out and put it on my hand like that, and just take some of my sponge and use it that way. Cause if I like dot it on, I don't know, I just feel like it gets too much product because the applicator is so fat. And that's just not the vibe. It's not the vibe. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to go to my concealer. This is the Fenty Beauty in the shade 310. And I'm not going to go too crazy because I don't want to accentuate my cheeks or anything. You know, I don't want to be too highlighted out here. So I'm just going to do a little tiny bit. Just to literally brighten my under eye. This it. Nothing else. This crooked line. I'm gonna highlight my nose, a little bit of my forehead, like that. And whatever's left over, y'all know the drill, I'm gonna put on my chin. But I kind of want to let this sit and get tacky for a little bit, so I'll see y'all when it's tacky. Okay. I have no patience whatsoever. So moving on, I'm gonna blend this out. And I don't want to take it too low because I literally just want to brighten my under eye. Put a little bit on my eyelid so it doesn't look all discolored. Okay, so I'm gonna set with my, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go into my flower powder from Beauty Bakery. This is in the shade yellow. So I'm gonna set with this. This was my fave before I even I knew about it, but before I bought the Laura Mercier, I was all about the flower powder. So I'm just gonna take the excess off my sponge. And my eyes aren't too like crazy creasy, so there are no creases there yet. So just gonna go ahead and lightly set. And I'm more so pushing this into the skin, not really baking my under eye, just, you know, setting it. And I guess I'm gonna use this powder to set my whole face. I was just gonna do it for the under eyes, but what the heck, might as well. So I'm using this powder to set anywhere I get oily. So like my T-zone, I'm gonna set around my mouth where I get like smile lines and stuff. And I'm still like dusting it off because I don't want like a full face of powder. So I'm using a very light amount of powder to set these areas. My chin for sure gets oily. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so to set the rest of my face, I want to use the Hourglass powder. And I'm going to use a brush for that. So, for the Hourglass, I'm going to use this brush right here. I don't know what kind this is. Got it in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to take the powder, dust it off, and just lightly go over like my cheeks and my forehead, basically. Just so nothing is like, you know, still wet on my face. And this is a really good powder because there's no color. And let me set my eyebrows too. And it's I don't like to look fully matte all the time. I have oily skin, so I do like when my oils start to like, I don't like my makeup when it's like fresh, you know. I like when it's like an hour or two in. So this powder just kind of gives that little luminous sheen. So that's why I like to set my whole face using this powder instead of like Laura Mercier, because then I would be like sweat proof for sure, but it's too matte for me. So I find with the rest of my face, besides the parts that get super oily, that's what I like to set my face with. Okay, so now low key want to go in with my Fenty Beauty, but low key I've been using that a lot, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But in makeup, it's boring when you stick to one thing. It's comfortable, but boring. So, I think I want to use my Hoola. Okay. So, I'm going to use my original Hoola bronzer. Let me see where gonna use this brush. I don't know what kind of brush this is, but I'm gonna use it for my bronzer. And if I want to go a little bit darker, then I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty. So I'm gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Tan, and I'm gonna take this e.l.f. powder brush and just go over everything, kind of mesh it all together, like my bronzer and the translucent powder, I guess. But this just adds a little bit more color, so I don't look so like washed out if I was looking washed out. And it just sets anywhere that wasn't, you know, previously set. Okay. And it doesn't look so harsh now. Magic. Okay. So I have a new blush palette that I want to use from Alamar Cosmetics. This came in my BoxyCharm. This is, I don't know why they gave me the lightest one, but like it still works. And it kind of reminds me of the blush trio that I was going to get from Anastasia, that I think it's called Peachy Love. But I was going to get it, but I didn't get it, and I got this, and it's basically like the same colors. So first I'm going to highlight though. Should I highlight? Actually, I was going to go in and spray my face. Usually I just spray my face last with one spray to mesh everything, but I was going to go in like sections and be real professional about it, but I don't feel like waiting on that to dry. So I'm going to take this brush, and this is MAC Global Glow, and it's just like a really natural highlight. So when I'm wearing blush, I like to highlight first, just because I feel like it meshes together better if you highlight and then use blush. Otherwise, like the highlight, I just feel like sits on your face low-key. Okay, just dust the excess. Okay, so I'm gonna take from this palette, I'm gonna take this orange shade and this orange shade and kind of like mix it that way. I don't really care for that pink one in the middle. Sure, I'm gonna take this blush brush and just hop back in between those, and wow, it's so natural, like it's not there. I love it. I love like peachy blushes. I don't like wild blushes, you know, like crazy pink ones or like them deep purple ones. I don't do it. Give me a nice orange looking one and we're good to go. Okay, see how I feel like it just blends the contour or bronzer together with the highlight, just marries everything together. Okay, so now I'm going to knock off some of that powder that I had on my brows, because I'm going to set them in place with this brow gel from Anastasia. So now I'm going to go in with some mascara. This is the Better Than Sex little mini one. I'm going to put on some lashes, so I'm really just putting this on to dust some of that powder off. So, just like this. And I'm going to do the bottoms once I put on the lashes. So let me be right back. I'm going to put on my lashes, and I don't know if I'm going to do my lips on camera. I might. We'll see how I feel about it in the future. I don't know. I'm not Brian. I'm not Three-Eyed Raven. I'm sorry I can't tell you. But, yeah, I can tell you I'm going to put on my lashes right now, and we'll just see what happens. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to use MAC's lip liner in Cork and line my lips. Wait, I need to take off my jumpsuit. Okay, now I'm going to use my e.l.f. lip gloss in the shade Naked Nude, and I'm just gonna go right all over top. And voila. I'm sorry, the sun went down, so sorry guys. It's a little dark, but hopefully you can see everything still. Okay. So yeah, this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you guys would like to see, and until next time. That was weird.